know, man. Yeah, it's like, it's great. Go through it. It's interactive. Enjoy. In case you want to look at that. Take this with you and have a look later on. And come and meet our family. Okay, thank you. Okay. You're starring today, by the way. Enjoy. Good morning to each and every one of you, and welcome to beautiful, beautiful Barbados. The beginning of a new week, a blessed Monday. Welcome to each and every one of you. Any of you on the island today, you have a magnificent day. From what I can see, a couple of little clouds floating around, but they'll keep it nice and cool for you today, hopefully, and not too hot. Like we're seeing some temperatures up in the north, and some of our friends up there right now having it pretty rough. So sorry to hear that, but you know, if you want to get away from it, you know where to come. You don't have to wait until it gets to be a snowy time. You can come down here when it gets too hot too. You know, Barbados keeps it stable all the time, same kind of temperature, a little more humid sometimes, but same conditions year round. Good morning to each and every one of you. Would like to start this morning right here without moving with this absolutely stunning view to say our Serenity prayer. Those who would like to join us, please do. All others will be back to you in a few moments' time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Well, to be honest with you, I did not want to move from here. I would have sat here for the whole day, to be honest. Out here is absolutely beautiful. As you see, I started a little bit this morning by talking, as you all would have heard. Saw some guests go by, they asked me what it was going on, so I give them very brief information. Hopefully they'll join us because they are our stars for today. Absolutely beautiful day. Just to show you where we started off this morning, or what we were set up on. This is a beautiful boardwalk that's been designed here to accommodate you to walk this area, because no beach here, as you can see, at all. Actually, you're seeing a fairly big swell coming in this morning. It was a surprise to me to see this kind of surge coming over, but this reef here is extremely shallow. This is actually where I used to recommend to come and snorkel years and years ago. At that time, we used to have a chefette that was located just over there in that section behind those grape bushes and grape trees. And then we had Golden Palm Hotel that was located directly here. Golden Palm was a beautiful hotel. A lot of Canadians used to actually stay at this one here. And I used to recommend coming and snorkeling here. It used to have a beautiful beach, used to run across the front here, but it has a beautiful boardwalk now. So as nature has taken its toll on the beach area, the government has enhanced it with a boardwalk, so you can still enjoy the beauty of our coastline. The reason I used to recommend here for snorkeling, there's a very shallow reef, and it has like a maze kind of effect. Little channels that run all through it, some that go into dead ends, like cul-de-sacs, some that go right through. Absolutely lovely, especially around low tide where the coral is only inches below the water surface. That's where the fun is, you know. At that time though, a lot of sea fans, this reef was really alive and flourishing. It is not bad right now, but certainly not what it used to be in those days. All of the coral reefs have been impacted somewhat on the coastline. However, this area still, you can do some nice snorkeling. But where you can definitely find some beautiful fish is just on that ground that's being placed out in the water out there. That is in about 15 feet of water. It starts at about 10, goes to about 15 feet. Beautiful fish life on it. Absolutely beautiful area in this area. Lots and lots of grounds on the west coast, perfect for snorkeling. All right, before we move from here, just give you what we're seeing and what we're taking in. We're looking at the Sunset, what you see Sunset Crest Beach Club. Is now the beach house. It is a thriving restaurant and entertainment area. And then we go into the cove of Discovery Bay, right out to the furthest point that we're seeing there, which would be just before you get to Coral Reef, which is Folkestone Park. So that just gives you general bearings of where we are now. As you would see this morning, the sea is coming up here, is really impacting on the rocks and stuff. Thank goodness this area is constructed strongly. All right, so we said we can do a little walking, a lot of talking, and a little swimming. I have had so much fun this weekend. I hope all of you all had a blessed Sunday. I hope each and every one of you had a chance to share some love with your loved ones around you. If your dad's gone on, well, I hope he was in your memory. Mine was certainly in mine. For those of you that had the honor and privilege to spend yesterday with your fathers, I hope you had an amazing day. And more than that, I hope that he had an amazing day. So we've done from here before on the boardwalk. So we have changed it a little bit this morning. Taking a little something we had done before. We've only done it once before. And this morning, it is a lot later than normal. It feels so strange to be out here in this kind of lighting. To give you an indication of what kind of wave power and how high the tide is in this general area, if there were not these boulders, this uses a drainway for rain that comes out of the country and comes down through Holetown. Look at where the sea is coming right up in here. It's forced itself right up in here. So you can understand the kind of power and impact that these armor rocks, see I use that word regular now, armor rocks are having out here, protecting this entire section here. There's a lot of surge that's coming up through here. So you can appreciate how high the tide actually is. And imagine, it is only now mid-tide. Certainly not high tide yet. It'll be a lot higher than this today. Okay, we're going to take our way. We're doing a little bit of land and sea today. We haven't done that for a little while. I'm hoping it won't be too long. Let's say we started 5 minutes ago because the meditation time it won't count. So we'll have a nice comfortable walk through this area. I think you're going to enjoy it with me this morning. I have a little bit of beauty to show you. Lots of general knowledge. Very little historical wisdom. Or historical content except for the visions. Before I step any further, I want to mention Sunset Crest has 2 shopping areas. So I want you to make aware of it. They're just up there. You may see the B bus way up in the distance. Actually has the orange bus. You may not be familiar with it, orange yellow. Just up there is where they have a shopping plaza as well. You can find Cave Shepherd up there. You can find an optical store, Quartz Optical. You can find coffee shop. All types of little things in that general area. So it doesn't only have shopping in the main shopping plaza area where we're going to be walking today. I want to add that because usually I come here, show you all the inside here. I don't elaborate on the other one. Now I will tell you the other section has a signal dip in it. Actually, just as we start to go a little more south to where we are to have a signal dip. I hope we're not experiencing any right now, but I don't think we are. So I don't usually go in that area if there's a live broadcast. As I said, we had to come back to anyhow. It's not a very big shopping complex. It doesn't have a host of variety of stuff, but it does have options as well that you would not find in this one here. For those that are not familiar, this color bus here is called the B bus. You'll then find the ZR, which is a white bus, a red stripe on the side. And then you'll find the Barbados BMs, which are the government-run buses. They're big blue buses with yellow stripes on the side. So we stay within the you know, the colors for the national colors, the local Barbados Trans Station that's supplied by government. I think that's a brilliant idea. I'm not going to compete with these B buses, although I could way outspeak them. I'm not going to compete with them at the moment. I'll just take it easy and we'll get away from the noise and stuff right now. This place here is going to be the Platinum Bay Condos. I took a couple of pictures of the artist's impressions this morning for you. At least a picture. I took 2 or 3, but only one I'll give you because they're all the same. Just trying to get the focus differently. I'll give you some information on that a little later on. That is sat dormant like this here. Nothing going on for a long time. I can't remember exactly when Golden Palm was sold out and when the... Well, I know Chefette was a long time ago, very many years ago, but I know a lot of people around here would remember that. I love the name of this here, Piece of Barbados. It's little gifts and souvenirs and stuff. All located in this general area. It's really nice. I like that name. I think that is beautiful. Piece of Barbados. Alright, if you are in Barbados, especially on the west coast, you have any medical problems, any medical emergencies, this is where you need to come. Is Sandy Crest Medical Center. They say 24 hours up here. When I went online to verify that, it said 7 to 7. But I'm not too sure if they have. I know they have emergency services and stuff. They do see 24 hours all over here. So I don't know which needs updating, the signage, or if the actual website needs updating. But I guess with the COVID that was going on and stuff, they may have increased the hours on it. But there are conflicting times on it. So please check it out for me. It is called the Sandy Crest Medical Center. Woo! Tongue twisters today for sure for me. Whoa, I'm looking all wrong here, not even studying traffic. And, you know, if you want some breakfast and stuff, you have the Bean and Bagel over here. They offer breakfast. Great seating in this section here. Not waterfront viewing, but certainly a nice area to sit in, cooled by all the trees and surrounding areas. It is really nice. We have lots of options of places to go here in Sunset Crest. Originally, when this place was first constructed in small little villa-style residences for guests to the island, all along the sections in here, all of Sunset Crest had small little villas, all one story, just flat. Nothing built up or anything like that. And this used to be massive, especially for the Canadian market. The Canadian market used to fill Sunset Crest in season all the time. I mean, I spent a lot of time down here in my late teens. It was a lot of time down here, and this place was thriving at that time with Canadians. It has changed a lot now. People have bought out these villas here, whether they be visitors who have bought them out and purchased the land, or whether it is locals It's not really that much rentals as it used to be, but you could still get rentals here if you would like. Just beautiful, beautiful sunset Crest. Down here is really lovely. I love down here, the peace of down here and the quietness. Don't mind the horns and stuff this morning. We were later than normal. But all morning when I came across here, it was absolutely beautiful. Now down here, I will tell you, you got to pull your pocket. So if you see anywhere down here like boutiques and stuff, majority stuff is high-end stuff, not Caribbean made, you know, high-end stuff. So get ready to pull your pocket a little bit. I don't shop down here at all except for at the Massey store. That would be about it pretty much. I may have a coffee or something like that, but nothing else besides that really. If you do want something that's reasonably priced, just grilling right in front of us. I took a picture of their menu. I will put that up later on in our end of day report so you can see what they offer. Remember, I don't promote any of these places as paid advertisement. I do know Just Grilling. I know I've eaten here. I've eaten at the one that is also up by Accra as well. That was before I went vegan, and really can say the food was great for sure. This used to be the Barbados Pizza House when it first opened. They were located over on the water side, which I'm going to get over that in a minute, so don't talk about it too much. But they were located over on the water side, then they transferred themselves over here. And this you see a great pizza place at one time. Lots of tennis courts and stuff. If you want to rent tennis courts, I guess you can get in contact with realtors in this area, etc. I'm going to take you a little walk through the Shuttle House complex. This is mainly a shopping area, done completely different to any other malls. Little small replicas of what used to be Barbados Shuttle homes. The word shuttle comes from turn a house or dismantle a house and move it from one spot to another, where you just actually dismantle the wall and move a whole side of a house. You can see sometimes trucks still move around Barbados carrying shuttle homes. You see an entire side of a building pass you. You don't actually have to break it right down in small sections. It comes apart and pretty much in large planks. I love this photo here. I like anything at all like this here that sort of like strikes back to what you would see people utilizing, just like bus pools and stuff. Very nice shopping area. Ganzi, I know I have a lot of island wear. All of my hats are by Ganzi. I didn't purchase them directly from this store, but all of them are by Ganzi. And then we have more Barbados photo opportunities. We've done one of these already in Barbados, so I didn't do it from this side, but I did it from the other side, you know me. A little camera time. Now I'm going to give you a look at this here, because then you can give these folks a call if you're interested in staying in this area or anything about the villas and stuff. I want to just give you a quick pause on this. The reason I'm pausing here over any other realty company is because they're right here. So, I'm a lazy man. I don't want to walk about anywhere and show you anything. I want to show you everything on the roadside. All types of souvenirs, duty-free shopping down here. You know, really beautiful. I love how these shuttles places are set up. You know, I've heard great reports about down here, but I know for sure that I've been here a couple of these here and a little bit pricey, but beautiful. Real tropical stuff. Now we're gonna walk down in this section here, so get ready. We have another realty company, so I'm gonna give a little look on that as well too, so I don't sound as though I'm biased or anything, but I want to walk you through this section. Lots of little souvenir shops, little dessert bars, etc. Beautiful. What I can say is this is what I really want to show you here. This is a cannonball tree. Now, I've been here when there are many cannonballs on it, but I haven't really seen it with this many flowers. Absolutely beautiful. I'll see if I can give you a little bit of a focus on one. Hopefully you can see it. I can't see it above my head, so hopefully I'm not showing you just a tree. No, I actually can pick it up, but absolutely beautiful flowers. I did take some photos this morning on the way over. I spent quite a bit of time out here just walking around and familiarizing myself with new changes and stuff, because, you know, these places change a lot, and as COVID had come in, a lot of places have changed. You can get your gourmet shop here if you would like. Tons and tons of clothing stores, all light fabrics. You're not finding any heavy fabrics here. Everything is cotton basically, you know, for the tropics to keep you cool. And if you were a cigar person, come on over and get your stuff here as well. This is the back of Massey, so we're not going to go down that way. We just walk this way. I love this place. This is called the Life is Sweet, and that is a dessert bar. I think that's another nice catchy little name there. You can see how down here is. I'm going to keep quiet for a second And I'm just going to let you enjoy the sounds of the birds as we stroll gently through until we get back out to the highway section. I just wait for some of that traffic that I'm hearing in the distance pass so you can enjoy it. Here we go. Now, Holetown gained its name because the first British that came here said it looked like the whole new River Thames. So I know there was a river, obviously, in this general area at one time. So, you know, Barbados has changed tremendously as it's been deforested and stuff over the years. I would just like to be able to have a high-resolution video, so it's a time tunnel effect, that we can go back and have a look and see what Barbados was like when the first settlers came. That would be breathtaking because we can then have a look at the changes. I don't want to walk by this store because this is one of the most well-known stores for souvenirs in Barbados, and that is called the Best of Barbados gift shop. This is quite old establishment, as you can see, since 1975. They've been catering to all of the little knickknacks and lovely little souvenirs and stuff you can take home with you. All types of stuff in here. I actually have been in here with my angel a couple of times, so I have seen what they offer. Now, this is a big, sprawling complex. This is owned by Massey. This used to one time be the Sunset Crest area, a big shopping mall. Had a super center in here. They had a gym in here. They had all types of facilities. It was taken on a few years back, and a brand new setup was done. It is beautiful. I shop in here if I'm on the West Coast. Price in here same as all the other Massey stores I've found. I really don't see any difference. So I want to make that clear that it doesn't seem to go up in this area because we're in Holetown. But the prices in here get fairly good anywhere else in the world. Right now, unfortunately, anywhere else in the world, prices are not good. So well, that's beyond their control. That is not their problem. All right, Holetown. Now, just like Oystonstown, we have a big festival here every year. It is held about the middle of February. It is to commemorate the first settlement of Barbados. The first British settlers landed here on the 17th of February in 1627. However, it was actually discovered by the English. I have some false information around, and so I shouldn't say false, I should say conflicting information. I'll get to that in a second. Just want to show you here. Pizza House was originally located where Zacchaeus is, and then all this area was Sandrift Apartments. It's now called the Tropical Sunset, as you can see. I know a lot of people that love here. I love here for many reasons. One is the late one-armed bandits. 2 is Zacchaeus, and also 3 is located on a beautiful beach. All right, so the first settlers landed here back in the 1625. Oh, not first settlers, sorry. First English to touch Barbados, so it was 1625. And then 2 years later, they had a settlement that came in. I think it was like 80 settlers and 10 slaves it was that came into Barbados. That was in 1627. So we have this Holetown festival that commemorates that landing, and it is held in mid-February every year. It's for a week long. Starts a church service, then it has activities, all type of cultural activities throughout the week, and then it goes into their wind up, which is the last weekend, which will have stalls set up from here right up to where we start, almost to where we started walking. Well, the last at the Sandy Crest facility is where you'll have little small vendor stalls and stuff. They have old car displays, they have the police force band playing. They have all types of cultural activities. So if you're in Barbados in the mid of February, please look up that information. It is Holetown Festival, and as I said, it varies in dates, but it's usually in the mid of February. This place is also modified like a real true city. It has its post office, its library, its police force, its magistrates courts, its land tax office. All the necessities are here. So a lot of people actually come here to avoid the heavy lines in the Pine and also in Bridgetown, where they can pay for any land tax, etc. So this is somewhere that's used quite heavily. All the conveniences you could want around here. Burger King on the other side, gas station. You can get all kind of pre-cooked stuff. In Massey they have an amazing deli in there that caters to all types of hot food or cutters and stuff. Their food smells divine. Whenever I go in there, I always say, well, cheese on breads. You won't come wrong. When it was not a vegan, now you'd say to come wrong. Massey did I want to praise. When we see you need to give praise, you need to give praise. So I'll just put you on this sign for a minute. You can come back and have a look at it later on. But I want to thank Massey for their massive investment and for doing this entire area and preserving it. So you can always have a look at that later on. Now these are not fiberglass cannons, these are the real thing. So you know, obviously the west coast was heavily fortified because the landings would have been obviously more convenient on the west and also on the south as well. But the conflicts are here, 1605 they're stating, which is not accurate at all. Anyhow, the rest of it goes on. It wasn't in 1605, as I had mentioned before. Well, I shouldn't say that, because I wasn't here. I should say that the recognized date of the first English attack here was 1625, and then the first settlement was 1627. You know me, I can't tell you. I wasn't back in time then, so I'm not too sure. I've read history books, man, that have been so conflicting and stuff. I tend to stay away from history. I leave that for the historians. A lot more simple for them to deal with that than me. Holetown has suffered over the years tremendously with flooding. I mean, when you have a big heavy rain in Barbados, all the water in the central elevated areas up by Highway 2A comes down into Holetown. So this area at one time was impassable on the road when they had heavy rains. I mean heavy rains, not little drizzles. However, over the last 3 years, I say 2 to 3 years, they've done some tremendous drainage work, all in the Sunset Crest area. I have not seen it tested yet, but I'm certainly going to try and have a look later on and see what it's like if we have rain this season. Just to come down here, I'll do some footage for you because I want to show you all of Barbados, and as you know, we do it as it is. No fabrication, no beautification, no selective days. We go out, we bring you Barbados as it is, whether it be a good day or a bad day, as in weather-wise, because every day in Barbados is a blessed, glorious day. Church right in the center of the town. Just beautiful out here, really beautiful. I would say, you know, of all the towns in Barbados, there's no question that Holetown is the best maintained and the most beautiful and the most colorful. And that's because obviously in this area, all of these stores and stuff carry high-end stuff. These cater to Sandy Lane residents, Royal Pavilion, all of them, all of the hotels down here, majority of hotels down here, as you would know, if you're a frequent traveler to Barbados, are more expensive than you would find on the south coast, or as I said, majority, not all, majority, because there's some high ends on the south coast as well, for sure. All right, we're going to do a little trot across the road here, and we'll talk from the other side. Let me have a look and see how it's looking like I can get across here. You know me already, I don't want to put any Olympic sprinting into play because you all won't be able to see anything. Everything just goes into a blur when I start to run. Camera can't focus fast enough, so this is Lime Grove Lifestyle Centre. Now, when I talk about high-end, I talk about high-end. When you start to look at the names that are on this building here, I would love to take you in, by the way, but they're not open yet. So I can't take you in this early in the morning, but we can certainly pass and talk about it. Everything you can want is located in here. It's 100,000 square feet, they claim, I don't know again, of just beauty and luxury. They have 2 cinemas in here, multiple restaurants and bars, coffee shops, all the high-end clothing you can imagine, all duty-free concessions. I'm going to elevate you up so that you can see it as we're passing. But some of these names, I tell you, for me, I have heard them on TV, but I don't shop in these stores, to be honest with you. They would have to have duty-free prices on top of duty-free prices with a 50% discount for me to come in these stores. And don't call me cheap, I'm just poor. We just ziz past 2nd Street, but there's a 1st Street and a 2nd Street down here. These are highs of activities. This is one road just over here, and this is the second one here. We'll see this in, well, no, I don't, yeah, we can see this in a few minutes' time. No, we're not. We're differently trapped today. Now, Caroline, I know for sure your heart is beating right now, and I understand why. So anyhow, beautiful, beautiful. In here, you have all different, I have a couple of nightclubs like Red Door. I have quite a few of them. There's also lots of bars and entertainment in this section here, and it goes on to the wee hours, but mainly on weekends. In the week, it's a little quiet, and right now, it's very quiet, so it probably would not be open as consistent or as late as it would be before. I'm going to walk up on this section here, just walk by a little bit, just to show you how lovely this layout is. We haven't been up on this section before, so I'm going to show you what the courtyard and stuff looks like. My angel loves in here, not to shop, to come and sit and have a coffee, just to relax in this area here. Obviously none of the jewelry is left on display. This will be taken in on a night, of course. So all this place will take a little while to open up. But it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. When this first opened, I was saying there's no way. Actually, I still think, I don't know how they operate down here because I don't know how much shopping they get done, maybe in season. But in summer, I don't think they will get too many sales, but they're still open year round. Just beautiful. All right, we're gonna zizz back over again. We're gonna do some more walking, some more talking, and then we're gonna do some swimming. That's the plan for the day. I have to make sure and tease you all. I can't leave you all with just this cool, easy, breezy walk. Now I know we do suffer some signal loss as we start to hit this bridge area. So I was gonna show you an entrance down to the beach. I could still risk it. I'm gonna risk it and see what happens. If it drops, well, please forgive me. But I'm not too sure. We'll see how it goes. This reality is limited. If you want some more information on any properties and stuff in this area. And I guess this is what would have been originally the river that would have gained its name, Holetown, Hole in the River Thames. This is just basically a waterway that goes down to the beach from all the water that runs from up in St. Thomas and stuff and comes this general direction. They've done a lot of work on the banks here over the last year or so. They've reinforced all this area. This section that's put up here, I think it's going to be called the Starfish. Speak under correction, I know there are people on here who tell me, but this was the old Discovery Bay property itself. If you want some coconuts, you're driving around and stuff, coconut vendors just in front of us, also some fast food as well. You can get there if you would like, if you're interested. So all the tennis courts and stuff that were associated with Discovery Bay are basically ruined now. Majority of them are chipped up and stuff. I'm not sure what will be done with that eventually, but all the fencing is down, and it was being used as a car park by the residents in the area, but they have sort of like put on a chain on it now to stop that from happening, of course. Now I know that I know that when the conductor views this, he's gonna love this because he likes this kind of stuff. Not that he doesn't like the beaches and he walks on the beaches. And I always mention him because he's you know, he's close to heart. I know that he's one of the only people that can tease me more than I can tease him. Or he thinks so anyhow, but don't tell him anything. I keep it a secret. I sometimes give it away to him, you know. Lots of the bus poles here are named, well, not the bus poles, but the bus shelters. This one's called Miss Daisy. I think that's a beautiful little touch. I know there are people that come here, find their name on these here, and take photos, souvenir photos of them with them sitting on the bench itself. It's Trent's cricket ground. This is a hive activity again when you have the Holetown Festival. Also had Q in the community here quite a few times as well. Incidentally, Q is coming this Thursday. I will put out the information for you. You will need a car though. Actually, you don't need a car for Q because Q have their own private bus that runs out to the bus depot in Bridgetown. That goes to Q and that goes on the hour. It is in St. George. It's in an area. I can't say that I have been to that actual area before, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking out on Thursday. So if you're in the island, that's something you can do. Remember, it's going to be very hot until around 4:30 or so. So if you're going in earlier in the day, they open usually around, well, they used to 12. I think it's more like 1 o'clock now. But if you are going to Q, just be aware that it's going to be warm. And in St. George, just below the actual cliffs by Gun Hill and stuff, it's just to the east of Gun Hill, will be warm for sure. Now down here is the doctor's office, as well as what you see called the art studio apartments. This is right next to Sandpiper. And this is the entrance that I was referring to that we've seen from the beach side of how you can get down here. Now I don't know how long this will remain as a public entrance because there is property at the end that is actually owned. However, the house that was there was completely destroyed, the foundation, by the impact that we had of the seas and stuff, and all of the broken foundation itself made it unlivable. But this is art studio. I'm not too sure if they're operating right now. I do know it's very, very popular. I do see H vehicles here, as you can see, and also towels on my deck. So I'm sure that if you're interested in getting something here, you can rent here as well. You're just back from the sea, but you're close enough to the sea to sort of like feel as though you're in heaven. Actually, it's 166 square miles. No matter where you go in Barbados, you're going to feel you're in heaven, because you know why? It's 166 square miles of what? Heaven. Jeez. Heaven on earth. Down here is kept really well, really clean at the moment. They got a little garbage and ground. You appreciate it's a weekend. Father's Day. Must be enough people down here yesterday down here being packed. This is also where a lot of the, well, a couple of catamarans, like Stiletto and stuff, they would drop their guests here and the boat will come in and pick them up from the beach itself. This guy here rents chairs. He rents, he also serves drinks and everything as well. Now the house is located right here, but the erosion did a toll on it. But right here was a house. I remember the people that were in it, I didn't know them by name, but used to see them on the beach whenever it was down at Heron Bay. They used to come down there with their dogs in the morning. But it's beautifully planted up. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so you know where we're going. There's no way you can have a land and sea without going in the ocean. So we're off to the ocean. So you can see there's a good surge running this morning. I don't know where this is coming from. It's nothing really out there to produce this. I'm a little bit surprised at the size of the surge that's coming in here. We're looking on to Sandpiper now, which is right here. We remember we had done this here a couple of weeks ago. Then we walked through here and saw a family that were on the beach and we gave them our greeting card. And we're coming now just to have a look and see how beautiful down here is. But we're going to go in and see it, of course. Don't mind the surge. The surge is just the initial surge here in the shore break, as you can see. A little bit challenging, as you can see, but that shore break is an advantage because it helps to wash you back up on the beach over the drop off. I know that there are some people coming to Mango Bay. There's, I would just give you the initials, FBC. I will elaborate on a little later on. I don't want this video to get edited. But he's on, and I know he's up on the south coast, but he is coming over here. Good morning, how are you this morning? Would you like to speak to my friends from all over the world? Just say hi to them and wave off to them.
Hi, good morning.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it is.
Good surge this morning, though. Let me see a little bit. All right, so Mark, I know you're coming over here. I didn't want to call your name. I want to give you a little bit of privacy, but I can tell you, Mark Broad. Wow, the drop off this morning, it goes from the shore down to shoulder. I am actually at shoulder depth right now, and look how close I am to the shore. There's a big sand movement here this morning for sure. Very big sand movement. So it's actually almost got me flipping my feet here to try and stay buoyant. So I'm gonna be careful out here. But before I do that, I want to show off a little. Sorry, I said show off. You all have me confused. I meant I want a little camera time. This is another beautiful area to snorkel as well. My angel does snorkel here. We come here quite often, like if we're on island drives or anything and we want a quick swim because it's convenient. I'll reverse the truck here, hop on the back, pull out the fruit, whatever we have, some vegan ice cream or whatever we have. There is a company here in the island, Agape, that promotes a lot of chocolate. It's a chocolatier company, but they also produce vegan ice cream as well, chocolate or vanilla, as my angel will tell you, to die for. Absolutely divine. So if you're down here, you'll see it in all the supermarkets. Obviously it's going to be a little more expensive than the regular ice cream, but if you are vegan, it is an option, so you don't have to sit down there and watch all your friends eating all the dessert and you wonder what's going on. You can now participate in it as well. Alright, so we talk again. Mango Bay just up there. As I said, a lot of people that stay in that and also in the condos next to it. I'm not going to call any names this morning. I know you will do so yourself because you'll be here in a couple of weeks time or very soon anyhow. And this is one of those offshore groins that have been dropped here to try and protect the inside section. These two poles, there are lights on them. Brilliant for snorkeling. So it's just maybe 20-25 yards offshore. If you're interested, you can come out here and take a little bit of a snorkel. But let me get into a 360 though. Let me give you all a nice tease here. Let me level off this camera nice and easy, and I'm going to start my spin. It's not as glassy or as smooth as it normally is, but oh boy, how beautiful. Eddie Matt, my brother, I gotta interrupt this 360, okay? Passing what you would probably have done every morning. Beautiful beautiful, beautiful west coast of the island. Now, you know, I'm a south coast person. I was telling someone yesterday that I've sort of like fallen in love a lot more with the west coast now, and it's not because it has got more beautiful. What is happening is the beaches are not the way they used to be, long beach, just one long beach. I'm a person that likes little coves and little bays, and right now, because of all of the sand that had gone, and all the armored rocks are being dropped, they have little bays, and it sort of like appeals to me a lot more. It's nice and romantic, and they're more secluded than if it was a long strip of beach from here to Spikestone, for example. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. Just stunning conditions here in Barbados. I want to give you something with the sky now, because we don't see blue sky recently because of the amount of haze that we've had. But look at this morning. This is what you gotta call Barbados blue. I guess everywhere in the world is blue, but this is Barbados blue because we're in Barbados. One thing for sure is you all don't get all of the cooling clouds, or a lot of the cooling clouds that we get here. It is actually, they had a science project was going on, not science project, actual research and stuff that went on here to do with the clouds, and they say that the clouds in the Barbados region actually help to cool the world. And that's not something I'm saying. If I can possibly find that article, I will put it up. I looked for it the other day, couldn't find it again. I know it wasn't a figment of my imagination, I know I was not having a dream. It's actual fact. So, I gotta make that clear, because I know some people think, Nicholas, you were just sleeping and dreamt that. I want to thank you all again for joining us. You know, it's a pleasure to come in the morning and spend it with you. You know, a lot of people say, man, you know, thanks so much for everything you do, but trust me, it's everything you all do that helps me to do what I do, because I am motivated and stimulated by you all, the love and the care and the kindness and the humor that I see in here. I mean, for example, I was yesterday saying, I can't believe that we're gonna have this Ninja Throwdown in Barbados real soon. I gotta start training. And then somebody said, do they have a talking category? Well, I would like to let you know, Simon, not calling any names, there is no talking category, and I would certainly not like to have to train for that, because I train for it every morning with you all. You all must walk away with blistered ears, so they're not going to have that in Barbados, because they know already there's no one that could come here and compete with me. My driver thought she could. Waste of time. And you know, people, I'm going to leave you with views like this here, because I don't want to leave you with me and the view. I know I'm way more beautiful than all these views, but I still like to leave you the tropical views. I want to leave you a look at Barbados, not at the Barbados Beijing Warrior. I want to let you have a look at Barbados. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up on the sand where we can get a little better elevation, and we can look at the beaches around here. We do a nice 180, and then we will end off. Well, we'll end off and then do a 180 at the final. The drop off this morning, quite severe here. It is definitely a good surge going on. I don't know if any of you noticed when we were doing our 360 that there's a set break-in out on Church Point Reef. So, Mr. Surfologist, I don't know where that's coming from, but that's certainly definitely a set coming through there. So I don't know if your places up north would have something today, but most definitely there's a swell coming through on the bar. Don't know where it's coming from. I don't know if it's a lap swell or something. It's caught me by surprise, because I did not expect to see any swells down here this morning. I don't see any cold fronts coming down at the moment or whatever, but maybe there is something coming and I missed it. That's a very serious possibility as well. Now, I always tell people, if you're down here in the west coast, you have difficulties with your knees or anything like that, always exercise caution coming in and going out of the water. The best way to get out of the water, which I can't do because I have a camera with me, is to float in on a surge that comes in. So don't try and go now, because you get sucked right back in. Alright, so like a surge here now, and you utilize the surge to come up the embankment, which I have just done as well. I didn't float in on it, but I certainly utilized it. So there are ways of getting out, and the other way, if that fails, is to ask a friend to help. Someone will help you if you need help. I am telling you, that's for sure. We're going to end our vlog here this morning. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with a photo opportunity, but I'm going to start a 180 on the way through, but I'm not going to give you a silent one. I would like to ask all of you all today, please make an effort to carry whatever peace and love and kindness you find in our room this morning. This room is in Holetown. This is one of God's rooms today. And whatever you find here, please take that with you. Not only to deal with what's in front of you and the challenges you're going to encounter today, but also to share with everyone around you. Just share a little bit of this peace. There are a lot of people are not fortunate enough today to watch this because they don't know about it. There are a lot of people that are not fortunate enough because they have to run into a hectic work schedule. There are people that don't have any electricity. People don't have any way of looking at this here. But you can carry the smile to them, and you can carry your spirit with them. I always say, you will be respected and treated the way that you come over to people. And if someone treats you differently to that, well, they're having a challenging day. Just remember that. People are going through some horrors right now. These are not normal times. These are unusual times. So people are going to be a little bit out of character and stuff. So remember that and forgive. You know, forgive wherever you can. Move away from situations if they become heated. I have said recently, and I've been saying for a little while now, who wants to win an argument and walk away feeling wrong or feeling bad or feeling regret for what they've said? Not me. I don't need to be right. I just want to be happy, be peaceful, and be kind. So any of you that can try that out, if you don't do it already, please try it out, because for me it has worked wonders. God has given me blessings beyond my imagination and my dreams. So I gave you 180 this way, and I think it's only fitting that I end you with a silent 180. So whatever you see now, the beauty, serenity that you feel, the peace that you're hearing, let this go with you for the rest of the day. I wish you all an amazing day. I wish you a day that's blessed with peace and happiness and joy and laughter and good health. And for those of you that are suffering with health and stuff, depend on God. He will lift you through it all. You may still have suffering and pain, but one thing for sure is you know that He's there with you to comfort you. There we go. I'm going to end you with a photo up, but I'm also going to say thank you to all of our crew, our care team, including the crazy driver. Got to keep mentioning that. Our Munchkins, our Hall of Famers, and each and every one of the EMC family. The EMC is you. It's not me. Every one of you is what makes this what it is. So thank you for being with me in this peace and happiness and kindness. And thank you for blessing me with love and care and well wishes. Have a great day.